Hi everyone, John Wascavage here. Welcome to another episode of Codes Clips. I'm down here in the trenches today checking a foundation wall for a new home. Now we check a couple things here when we deal with foundation walls. One is we make sure that the wall is sitting on the footer. The code calls for at least a 2-inch footer projection. So what I'm going to do is, if you could zoom down here, I'm going to remove this filter fabric which assists the foundation drain. But what I'm looking for here is to make sure that we have at least 2 inches of footer projection. As you can see here, we have that. And also make sure that we have the required damp proofing for the wall to assist with any dampness or water to come through into the basement. So this passes inspection. Let's go to Sounds Into.
Hey guys, Sam Arnold here. I'm here to talk to you today about another part of the code. You guys probably see it every day and might not think about it, but it actually is written in the code. It's one of those things that might seem obvious at first, but it's written into the code for a specific reason. And that's basically a stairway illumination. So I'm at the bottom of the steps right now. You saw me just coming through the basement. And here's a wall switch receptacle. This is required to be here at the bottom landing. Basically so I can turn the lights on and off so I can safely climb the steps. It's required in the code that that's both at the bottom and at the top of the steps. So as you'll see, I'm going to climb up here and find another switch. So that's in case the light's already off. I'll be able to turn the light back on to safely descend the steps. And yeah, that's one of the simpler things you might not think about, but it is written into the code, and something we're looking for during our electrical inspections. And we're verifying once construction is complete, as you can see. We're going to go to Mike now.
Thanks, Sam. That's great information for our residents here in the township. What I'm going to be talking to everybody about today is kind of our process on ordinances. Oftentimes we get concerns from residents about situations in the township that we don't have ordinances for. A lot of times these aren't things that the township really wants to take on as far as enforcement or regulation of. But other instances, we receive enough calls or concerns, we start looking into it. One such thing that we added this past year is bamboo. Bamboo is not a native species to Pennsylvania, and it grows and spreads very quickly and is very hard to contain. So to be a little proactive, Silver Spring went ahead and included this in our nuisance and noxious weeds ordinance, which was to help restrict bamboo from getting too close to neighbors' properties. This was born out of, like I said, receiving numerous phone calls. We looked at other municipalities around the state and saw what they were doing and kind of formed our own ideas and concepts as to how we're going to regulate it. And the big things that we were concerned about was making sure that it was far enough off neighboring properties. So if you do want bamboo on your property, that's fine, but it can't encroach on a neighbor's property or, potentially get that far over years. And we also put in ways to regulate it as far as concrete, steel plates, digging it up, all those different things are gonna have to be applied when removing this bamboo. So this is just a good kind of demonstration of our code, building code department, taking issues from the township residents very seriously and moving on them so we can help be more effective to everybody in the township. So with that being said, if you see anything out on the township, we're always happy to listen. And if it's something that's coming up with more and more people, we'd be happy to look into maybe drafting an ordinance, passing it on to the Board of Supervisors and the residents, and letting a vote take place. So with that being said, that's going to wrap up our episode of Codes Clips for this month, and we will look forward to seeing you next month with another edition of Building and Codes information from Codes Clips.